Hello students! Welcome to Neema Academy eLearning. In this video, we shall discuss the brief history of classification of elements. Let's begin. You might have seen a table or chart in which elements are arranged horizontally and vertically. This table is called a periodic table. In this table, elements are arranged on the basis of their properties. So the table or chart, which is obtained after arranging elements on the basis of similarities and dissimilarities, is called a periodic table. It is called a periodic table because elements having similar characteristics are repeated after a certain interval in the table. In the periodic table, there are horizontal rows, that is, periods, and vertical columns, that is, groups. After introducing the periodic table, let me tell you about Mendeleev's periodic table. Russian chemist Dmitri Ivanovich Mendeleev studied the physical and chemical properties of 63 known elements and their compounds. After the study, he arranged all the known elements on the basis of increasing atomic weights. As a result, he found that elements with similar properties occur at regular intervals. On the basis of the above observation, Mendeleev formulated the periodic law in 1869-80. According to Mendeleev's periodic law, the physical and chemical properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic weights. Periodic function means if elements are arranged in the order of increasing atomic weights, the properties of the elements go on changing with their atomic weights, but after a certain interval, they repeat the properties of the previous elements and fall one below another in the same vertical column. With the help of their periodic law, Mendeleev arranged elements according to increasing atomic weights. Hence, he found a table known as Mendeleev's Periodic Table. In Mendeleev's Periodic Table, elements are classified into horizontal rows called periods and vertical columns called groups. There are 6 periods and 8 groups in the Mendeleev's periodic table. Elements with similar properties were in the same group, and elements with gradual change in properties were in the same period. In Mendeleev's periodic table, the periods 4, 5, and 6 were divided into 2 halves to place more elements. Half of the elements were placed in the upper left corner, and half of the elements were placed in the lower right corner of each box. Mendeleev left some gaps in his periodic table. Can you say the reason behind this fact? Many elements were not discovered when Mendeleev formed the periodic table. So he left some gaps for the undiscovered elements and proposed names for them. For example, 𝗏-boron, 𝗏-aluminum, 𝗏-silicon, 𝗏-manganese, etc. Now pause the video for a while and observe various elements present in the different periods and groups of Mendeleev's periodic table. After describing Mendeleev's periodic table, I'm going to tell you the merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table was the first scientific and systematic study of all known 63 elements, so it made the study of elements easier and systematic. 2. In Mendeleev's periodic table, there were many gaps for undiscovered elements. After their discovery, they got their proper place in the table. 3. Mendeleev's periodic table helped to correct the doubtful atomic weights of some elements on the basis of their position in the periodic table. For example, gold, platinum, uranium, etc. 4. With the help of Mendeleev's periodic table, properties of several elements were studied correctly. Finally, I will tell you the demerits of Mendeleev's periodic table. 1. Mendeleev could not justify the position of hydrogen property because hydrogen shows the properties of both alkali metals and halogens. Hydrogen loses 1 electron from the valence shell, like alkali metals. It also gains 1 more electron from other atoms to obtain duplet state. 2. Mendeleev could not arrange isotopes because they have different atomic weights but the same atomic number. according to Mendeleev's periodic rule, carbon should be placed into 3 different places because carbon has 3 isotopes having atomic weight 12, 13, and 14 isotopes of carbon. 3. Mendeleev could not arrange lanthanides and actinides. 4. In Mendeleev's periodic table, some elements do not obey the periodic law. In some places, elements having more atomic weight were placed before those of less atomic weight. For example, the element cobalt having atomic weight 58.9 was placed before nickel having atomic weight 58.6. 5. In Mendeleev's periodic table, more reactive alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, etc., and less reactive coinage metals, copper, silver, gold, were placed together in the same group. 6. The 8th group of Mendeleev's periodic table was not divided into subgroups. 7. Inert gases or noble gases were absent in Mendeleev's periodic table. Dear students, this is all about today's video. Now take a chart paper and prepare a model of Mendeleev's periodic table. Demonstrate the model in the classroom. Keep on learning through Neema Academy e-learning. See you in the next video. Goodbye.